Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video, and this is the 4 of 5 requests from my friend Efree. And this is the last of the James Spader ones because the fifth one is a non-James Spader movie. But first off, thank you so much for your generosity. Again, I do apologize for the lateness of these requests. What I might try to do is upload them all maybe the same day. I don't know if I'll put them in order. So if I go, oh, this is the fifth one or the fourth one, but yet it's the second one uploaded, I don't know, because I'm probably not going to remember what order I put these in. But I'll just put them all the same day, and I probably will do that and just, maybe. We'll see. Maybe 4 or 5. Well, fuck it. They'll be up soon. I'll do my best. So, but thank you, my friend. I do appreciate that. And it was fun to look at some of these James Spader films I had not seen before. Because, to repeat myself, I do like him as an actor. And some of these films I had heard of, like Tough Turf and True Colors, like this one, and gave me a reason to see them finally. So thank you. I do appreciate that. If anyone wants to request any type of videos, topics, tier lists, rankings, reviews, re-reviews, thought streams, commentaries, feel free to do so. Links are down below in the info box. I'll get to as soon as I possibly can. So thank you. So this is True Colors from 1991. And this is a film I had heard of. And was intrigued because of the cast. John Cusack and James Spader. The film also has Mandy Patinkin, who is in Alien Nation, among other stuff. He's in it for a little bit. The movie is definitely more of a drama. And when the film came out, it did not do well at the box office. It didn't even make $500,000. Like, it bombed badly. And critics were not a fan of it. I think, like, Roger Ebert gave it, like, 2 out of 4 stars. And, yeah, not a lot of fans of the film. And then if you go on, what was that, Letterboxd? Those are just tiers of people's thoughts. 98% was, oh, these guys should have pretty much saying how homoerotic the film was and how it's like 2 shots away from Brokeback Mountain. Which, I mean, I guess I can see what they mean, but at the same time, it's like, okay, like don't, like, everyone just keeps talking about that. At least on that, with those reviews. But overall, I would say I liked it for what it was. I did. I liked it for what it was because of the 2 leads. Because the story is one you've seen before. Someone rises up the ranks into Congress and plays a bit of hardball, blackmailing, gets in tune with a criminal element, crooked business, while the other guy is a friend who goes between justice, but this is his friend, and kind of the qualms that comes up because of that. So it's nothing that you haven't seen before story-wise. It's not the most original story. But I think it'll depend on how you feel about these 2 actors. I do like these actors quite a bit. John Cusack, even though he hates the film, I love Better Off Dead. Con Air, I love. 1408, I love. Grosse Point Blank, I really enjoy. James Spader, I bet Jack's Back is a lot of fun. I recently watched Tough Turf. I liked that one. Even movies that aren't that good, I liked him in Supernova, The Watcher, among others. And what's cool is that they play against type because when you looked at the plot of the film, it would seem like John Cusack would be the more innocent, heroic, idealistic, good guy, and Spader would be the evil, yuppie villain, but it's reversed. I thought that was interesting. I thought that was an interesting choice, and they're playing a little bit against type. And also, just even the plot itself, where John Cusack's character is a guy who came from a more poor background, more of a low-level background. He's even embarrassed by his background. So he lied to a few people. For example, during Christmas break, he lies that he went to London and his parents were at the Geneva Convention, when no, he just got with some lady that had a little bit of hanky panky, and then he was at the dorm at college watching TV at Christmas. Because he always thinks someone's out to get him. He always thinks that people will judge him, that he's not good enough, and this and that. And that's something they carry throughout the film, that he always thinks someone's going to take him for a ride, and that will belittle him. This kind of type of complex that he has within his psyche. And then Spader is a guy from kind of a richer family, a little bit more of a yuppie, but yet he's the good guy. Because story-wise, normally that's not the case when they do that. Usually it's the guy from a small town and didn't have much, so now he's more idealistic. And I kind of like that they played around with that. I like that. No, not all of them are innocent either. Like, you could be from a poor background and still be a piece of shit too. So I like that because it made things a little bit more different. It made things a little bit more off the beaten path. So I do appreciate that. They meet because they get into a car accident and they're yelling at each other, they're screaming at each other, and ready to cuss each other out. And then they find out that they're roommates, and like, oh my god, really? They're roommates at college that are both studying for law. It's like, oh my god, you're here? Oh yeah, I can't believe it. But then they slowly become friends. And I did buy it. I did buy their friendship. Now, granted, again, if you look at reviews, they always talk about the homoerotic tendencies. Like, why don't they just kiss? Why don't they just fuck? I don't really look at movies like that. I mean, so I looked at it just as two people that were friends. Because I guess if you're friends with a guy, then that means you want to fuck him? I don't know. But I don't know. For me, I do think they did a good job really showing that they care for each other. Showing that they're... I thought the two worked well together. I thought they played off each other very well. I bought them as friends, is what I'm getting at. And you see how, like, Spader's with this lady, but the lady doesn't like that he wants to be a lawyer for the Department of Justice. And on the flip side, stupid cat. He wants to go outside, if you heard that. He wants to go outside, but it's raining, so he can't, because it's raining outside. So, sorry about that. Stupid cat distracts me. Stupid. Won't shut up. So, sorry about that. Anyway, as I was saying, Spader wants to be a lawyer, but Cusack wants more. He even makes this bet that he's going, within 10 years, he'll be congressman. And it shows kind of him doing certain things that are not the best in order to manipulate and get what he wants. So, for example, he sees a senator's car, he flattens the tire, pretends like he's got to change his tire. The guy comes out with his lady, oh my god. And Cusack goes, oh, well, yeah, they did it to me too. They did it to my car too. Hey, I changed my tire. How about you take my car? Oh, I can. Yeah, you can. And, oh, I owe you one. Of course. And Spader sees this. He doesn't like that because he's like, wait a minute, what the hell is that? Okay, those are lies now. Hey, it's in our favor. And Spader's like, but it's wrong. Hey, it's a new day in America. Don't get caught. It's just a flat tire, dude. It's not a big deal. He didn't say dude, but that's... And see, you start seeing this inkling of one guy's willing to manipulate to get what he wants. And I've met people like this. I've met people that will say one thing and then mean another. Or they'll say something to try to get in your good graces. Or what you want to hear. They tell you what you want to hear, but then fuck you over on the side. and this guy just can't help himself. Eventually, Spader's wife, or Spader's girlfriend, dumps him because, oh, I don't want to be with a lawyer. You get the idea Spader was going to propose to her. And then quickly after, Tuzak goes for her. They become an item. And sometimes with the time, I wasn't sure how much time had progressed. Because sometimes it seems like, is it the next week? Is it the next 3 days? Has it been a month? Has it been a year? So sometimes with the time, like, I wasn't sure how much time had progressed. So I think maybe they could have done a bit better job with that. But they did more into spoilers. While they're skiing, Tuzak mentions, I'm going out with her, and I'm actually thinking of marrying her. So Spader, I mean, he doesn't know what to say, but he's pissed off about it, so he starts skiing. Tuzak skis after him. There's a ledge. Spader tries to stop and help him out, but Spader is not able to say it in time, and Tuzak flies off, breaks his leg. Now, part of me wondered if Tuzak did that on purpose to make Spader forgive him easier. I kind of was hoping that we would find that out later. That, oh, I did hear you. Oh, yeah, I heard you. I just didn't stop. But, like, somehow he would reveal that, oh, yeah, I did actually hear you, but I didn't stop because, you felt sorry for me. You forgave me. You even became the best man at my wedding. Because that would show even more of his manipulation, but at this point I don't know if he did that on accident or on purpose, the Tuzak character. Because he does do other things to manipulate people. Like there's a senator who's now his father-in-law who has Alzheimer's. As actually Richard Widmark, older actor. I think this is the last film he did. I remember him from The Swarm. He was a general in that. He did a lot of films back to the day, but this was his last film. He plays this, again, a senator with Alzheimer's, and Tuzak blackmails him, saying, well, you need someone to take your place, let me do it, and I won't tell people about your condition. Because the senator doesn't want to be let known to the world that he has Alzheimer's, because it will affect his last year. Granted, I would think he would get a lot more sympathy and get a lot more people cheering him on. And I will go through this. I got Alzheimer's, but I'll fight through this. And I actually think nowadays that would actually help you. But I guess at this point it would ruin you. I guess. I guess so. But I'm just saying nowadays, if you said that, you'd be, yeah. You might be president. Because I swear, Joe Biden, he looked like he had fucking Alzheimer's by the end there, or worse. I'm just, anyway. But Tuzak meets up with Mandy Patinkin, who's with some criminal outfits, and they want someone who could be a bit more lenient and a bit of, do some things for us, we'll do some things for you. Tuzak's willing to go for it. Meanwhile, Spader's become a lawyer. And I wish we could have seen a bit more of him as a lawyer. And that's the thing, we don't really get to see him as a lawyer. Like, we're told he's a lawyer, but it would have been nice to see him in cases and really show his passion, or show how smart he is, and show what he'd do in a courtroom, to really show how prominent, how good he's gotten. Like, we're told he's good, but we're not shown how good he is. So I think that was a missed opportunity. But yeah, Tuzak's doing these things to screw over his father-in-law. Mandy Patinkin says, why don't you do this to this guy's on our back, and he's a lawyer. He's like, I can't do that. I can't screw over my friend. He's my friend. Well, you don't have to. And then, like, quickly after, they're fishing, Mandy Patinkin's like beating the shit out of a fish with a club. So, a subtle hint Just a little subtle of what's going to happen to you. Well, I mean, it's your decision. I'll leave it up to you. As he be the shallowest fish. So he screws over James Spader, gets him in trouble with the Department of Justice. Very quickly after, Cusack's like, why don't you start working for me? I'm going to try to be in Congress, start working on my team. And very soon after, Spader realizes he got screwed over, gets with the Department of Justice. And I think they could have done more with an actual investigation the Spader would have into what's going on with Cusack. I think there's a bit more, whether it be like All the President's Men or some of these other films where have a bit more suspense and a bit more suspenseful scenes of will Cusack know what I'm doing? Will he not know what I'm doing? Close calls. Just investigating a bit more into the ties between Cusack and Mandy Patinkin and some shady dealings going on and then some close calls, and I think a lot more of that could have been done. Just feel like the investigation is pretty easy. It's just super spoilers. The night comes for the results. Cusack wins. They're celebrating. Spader's asking some questions. Cusack answers. Then he stops and goes, well, why are you asking so many questions? The Spader just admits what's going on. And you're on camera. And there's a camera behind something. Cusack throws at it. And they get into a bit of a fight. They did a couple punches in. Cusack throws Spader, hell of a throw, across the room. People come in, the fight stops. And pretty much later on, Cusack brings him because of that bet where, yeah, technically I won, but listen, I'm not going to win for long, so here's the bottle of wine for you. And then either Cusack is going to testify against Mandy Patinkin, or he's going to write it out and see what happens next. And then he mentions, whatever happens, whichever way I go, save that wine, because there's only two things I'll truly wreck a man's political career: a live boy or a dead girl. Which I actually liked that line. I actually thought that was a good line. And sadly, that's kind of the case. A live boy or a dead girl. I like that line. But at the same time, I'm sitting there going, okay, so does that mean he'll eventually get out of this and then he'll do it again? But will he have learned his lesson? Or will he still go back to his manipulative ways? Because I didn't get the idea that he's going to change. But then the movie ends like it's a happy ending. And, they're friends and they're saying bye to each other. And yet I think the two work well together. That's why I like the film. Is because of the two leads. Is the way they... that makes it worth a watch if you're a fan of these two guys. Is the way they work with each other. But that part of the story, I'm like, so again, is he going to... Again, either he testifies or he doesn't. And I guess eventually he'll get back to the politics. But again, will he have learned his ways? Will he do other things? And again, that's like it's a happy ending. I'm like, is it? And this big saxophone music plays. So I think a bit more of the script could have been fine-tuned. Quite a bit of the script could have been fine-tuned to certain things. But yeah, James Spader and John Cusack, I thought worked well together. It was fun to watch them play off each other. Maybe the way it ends, I would have changed a few things. There was not much investigation. I think there should have been a lot more of Spader being a lawyer and really show what he can do. But other than that, God, yeah, it got real dark. It's fun. It's funny. It's like maybe God himself is mad at this ending too. He's like, God damn it, this could have been better. It could have been a better movie. I just see it could have been a better film in the hands of, God, I don't know who would have been. I'm just thinking of directors like Brian De Palma or Michael Mann, or I'm just thinking like these bigger, more established directors. That in the hands of them, because I'm trying to remember who directed this. Because I think they did a couple films I do like. But let me double check real quick. This is 6.3 in the B, so it's not too bad. And again, I do like the film overall. But the director has passed away. Oh, he did Footloose. He did the original Footloose. He did The Secret of My Success with Michael J. Fox. And he did Steel Magnolias. But yeah, Footloose and The Secret of My Success. Definitely some of his bigger ones, bigger movies. He also did My Blue Heaven with, which I could never get into that film with Steve Martin. So, yeah. But I mean, Footloose and Secret of My Success, those are more like fun movies, so I don't know if he's like the best for big dramatic work. But with that said, overall I still like the film for what it is. So I guess I better end it before I get completely in the dark. Thanks for watching. Take care. And I got more. I guess I gotta turn on the light. Damn, God just shut the light off of the world. It's like shit. Okay, I'll end the review, dude. So thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye bye.